Hello everyone and welcome back to FilmBook Review, an official YouTube channel of FilmBook. Featured in Google News, IMDb's news desk, and a member of the Critics' Choice Association, FilmBook is an entertainment industry news website that reports on the film and television show industries in the United States and across the world. Today on FilmBook Review, I will be reviewing the 2023 film God is a Bullet. God is a Bullet is directed by Nick Cassavetes, written by Boston Tarrant and Nick Cassavetes, and stars Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, Maika Monroe, Jamie Foxx, Carl Glusman, and Ethan Suplee. This is a God is a Bullet movie review and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this God is a Bullet film review, as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box and you are all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. And now, the God is a Bullet movie review. Nick Cassavetes has never been a director who could please everybody. In 1997, he made She's So Lovely, which won critical kudos but was shunned by moviegoers. In 2004, he made The Notebook, which audiences loved but critics were divided on. His latest film, God is a Bullet, is so brutal that it could prompt walkouts, but if you stay with it, the movie is ultimately intense, action-packed, and powerful. It's over the top and brutal, to be sure, but the acting is solid, and the picture holds your attention throughout. This film opens with a young girl being abducted in a supermarket parking lot by a van full of crazed, tattooed cult members who aren't planning to do anything nice with the girl. Shortly after, another young girl is taken away by the cult and her mom is brutally murdered. Detective Bob Hightower is the girl's dad, and he is determined to find his daughter at any cost. Maika Monroe plays Case Harden, a former member of the Twisted Cult who escaped from the wrath of the leader, Cyrus, but just barely. Harden is the only one who can help Detective Hightower get to his daughter, but it could be too late to save her life. She could have been killed by the vicious cult. Jamie Foxx is also in the movie as a character with white patches on his skin called the Ferryman, who associates with the cult and plays a very central role in helping Hightower when he is bitten by a snake in the front seat of his vehicle, which is one of the film's most disturbing scenes. The action in God is a Bullet is violent beyond a reasonable doubt. It is disturbing, and some of it isn't acted as well as it could have been. A section with January Jones's abused character, Maureen Bacon, feels like it comes from a different movie altogether. And though there's nothing wrong with Jones's performance, the film sometimes plays like leftover material from a half-baked television crime show. The scenes between Coster-Waldau and Monroe are the essence of this picture and make it an overall success. Harden is hanging on by a thin thread. She's been chewed up and spit out and keeps fighting because of her involvement with Hightower, which could ultimately lead to her spiritual salvation. Hightower is suffering and has nothing left to go on for but fights tooth and nail to find his daughter's whereabouts. Hightower must get himself tattooed and immerse himself in the disturbing underworld that the movie vividly portrays in harrowing ways. Harden and Hightower's on-screen rapport is excellent in a movie that graphically displays violence throughout, but has a good storyline at its core. Monroe holds a bullet in her hand as her character helps explain to Hightower the reason why the film is titled as it is. This is a key scene in the picture, which is set in a diner, and helps unveil the layers to Harden's broken character. Monroe has never been better than in her work in this movie, and she's amazingly complex in a performance that may have fallen short in lesser hands. The supporting cast is solid, but some of the characters are unnecessarily useless and make the film's running time a bit bloated. The movie clocks in over 2.5 hours, and though it has plenty of things going on, some of these things feel irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Virginia Cassavetes is excellent, though, in her forceful role here, and Fox maintains integrity with a solid turn within the picture. This movie belongs to Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, though. Monroe is terrific, but if Coster-Waldau's character didn't feel authentic, the picture would have lost the rough edge it has, which makes it so good. Hightower and Harden are two completely different characters, but Hightower starts developing feelings for Harden which are believable and well portrayed on screen. Though the snake scenes are some of the hardest scenes to watch in this movie, Cassavetes makes up for some of the disturbing images we see with the last half hour or so which includes some of the best action you will see at the movies this summer. A key character hides as Hightower and Hardin go into a blaze of glory, with the film's villains with fireworks flowing in the background beforehand. As trucks of bad guys come in, this key character tells Hightower to kill each and every one of them. You'll be tensed up watching these riveting scenes, hoping he does. What is an action film without a horrible villain who the audience hates? Carl Glusman is great at playing a lowlife who just wants to secure money and deals as he does with no consideration for preserving human life, and he has zero compassion. You won't believe how good it is to see him face off with Hardin in one of the best scenes late in the movie. Glusman nails this role. God is a Bullet is not an easy watch. Not at all. But it's a rewarding one. If you can make it through until the end, you'll be glad you did. Would I sit through it again? Not on a bet, but some of the explosive scenes here rank as Cassavetes' most mature work to date. There are some lame scenes sprinkled in that could have been edited out. The subplots with characters other than the ones I mentioned seem like they could have been cut out. But Cassavetes doesn't disappoint his fans with the central action scenes he provides here. God is a Bullet is an intense thrill ride that will get under your skin, but after all the violence portrayed on screen, the characters here find some sort of peace in their lives that makes this a worthwhile movie. And that brings us to the conclusion of this God is a Bullet movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast and our trailer and reaction channel at FilmBook Trailers. If you would like to get FilmBook's articles delivered to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter in the description at film-book.com. Thank you for viewing, and you can watch one of these reviews next.